Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Inside Odie's Joint. I think this is going to be episode 7. So yeah, let's do the preview of this past weekend's games. It was very exciting. There's a couple of things I'm going to touch today. I'm going to touch on the previous games this past weekend, the big ones. I'll look at the Arsenal game. I'll look at the Man City game. I'll also look at the Chelsea and Liverpool game, and also look at the Man United game also that happened last night. And also, I'm gonna do also a clip on how to play fantasy football league, FPL, Fantasy Premier League, because a couple of you, and I'm gonna attach one in particular, PI. He asked me how to teach him how to play. Look, this is probably step one. I'll probably go in depth as weeks go by. And for now, I'll just so I'm going to touch on the game, and also I'm going to touch on certain picks. Which player was good for me? Which player would I be looking forward to in the future? And strategies moving forward to say who to pick, what to look out for, and yeah, man, it's going to be absolute fun. I think this is kind of like a prelude because the past couple of 6 episodes, I was doing like a trial run on Insta Live. I'll see how that goes, but I'm gonna try the editing process, try to mash it up, uh, do some visuals there and there to show the games and what have you. And I'm gonna rename my YouTube handle, which is FlipOD100. I'm gonna try and rename it and create a new platform called Inside Odie's Joint. And the main things we'll be discussing will be what do you call this? Fantasy Football League, Fantasy Premier League, and I'll touch once in a while with DSTV Premiership, and I can't wait for the NBA season. I'm also going to be touching on the NBA season. Right now, they're still in the off season. It's busy with the trade talks. The most interesting talk, which is the James Harden trade talk, it's becoming interesting. Yeah, but the main thing I'll be discussing here, it will be the Fantasy Premier League. So yeah, man, let's get to it. All right, so those were the games for this past weekend that I took highlight in, and yeah, man, it was a great weekend for English Premier League football. Now we're gonna go into Fantasy Football Premier League. But before I get to that, there's a couple of players that stood out for me. For one, Nigetia. I loved his movement off the ball. I love the way he's handling the pressure of like being the primary striker for Arsenal. I'm liking that. From Brighton, them as a team, I think they're going to kick it into a next gear. Brighton looks very scary. Like, you don't know what you're going to get. But the thing is, we'll see how with Europe and all of that, how they're going to cope. Excuse me. But they look very solid. They look very solid, especially in the middle, especially when they're going forward. They look, Mitoma looks very dangerous. March is also going to be a deciding factor on this. And Pedro, I think is going to complement Danny Welbeck. I think it's going to be a great season for them. They're going to have a great season. What that looks like, the results will tell us. I called it. Man United don't have a striker. They need to watch this. Man United are going to sign a number 9 striker, a marksman. Who that is? Because the most logical choice for me was they were supposed to take Harry Kane. For me, that was the most logical choice because if you look at how the guys move off the ball, they can actually model a game, take a page from Tottenham, But also, Alex Ferguson also did it twice actually. So Alex Ferguson used Ruud van Nistelrooy, and he used Robin van Persie. And to some degree, he also, well, not Alex Ferguson, but I mean, like, remember when Zlatan Ibrahimovic also came in? I mean, they had to model the whole game plan around them, and they were very dominant. I mean, like, they did very well, in batches. I mean, like, yeah, they did go to the Europa League, I think. And I think they won it, yes, with Jose Mourinho. I could be wrong, but I'll check that out. So Man United need a marksman striker. You can say to me, look, actually, you can argue with me and we can debate about it that the current playing style. But the thing is, the current player style, I mean, the current style of play, anyways, the current style of play is such that because there's no bona fide striker. So the ball has to move around and you gotta pray, oh, Mudima Khot, or Rashford will bring it in. Bruno Fernandes, I don't think he is that guy anymore. I don't think he's the guy to, like in modern sports right now, it's almost like if you don't deliver, we'll just move you. Like the big clubs or the big sporting organizations, they're very desperate for results. And the way I see it, Man United need a striker. Chelsea, they blew it up. They blew the whole squad up. They've started from scratch. They're in a rebuilding phase. Good movement, good first day. Liverpool, I think VAR played a huge role in that game. Sometimes when you don't have results going your way or calls going your way, it dents a little bit of confidence in the pitch. I don't know what. Yeah, Liverpool. I think Salah might kick it up a gear. Don't know. Diaz. Diaz and Darwin. I don't know. The jury is still out on that one. I don't know if they'll be fit throughout the whole season. We'll see. Like I said, it's going to be a very close season. It's going to be a very close season. Man City look very solid. Don't know if the rotational policy would work. Yeah, so the jury is still out on that one. And on that note, let's get into how to play Fantasy Premier League. So I'm going to do some graphics, some visuals, and then we'll take. Okay, for all those who want to know how to play fantasy football. So yeah, man, I just went to my transfers. This is for guys who are picking the squad. Look, the Gameweek 1 is already done. So now each one has got only one free transfer. As you can see right now, I don't have budget in the bank. So yeah, man. That notice. Gevaarlijk. So I'm just going to show you an example. Like with that free transfer, I would have chosen Gabriel. I feel like he didn't have a good game. Plus he cost me 1 yellow card. I'm contemplating on changing him, but also I'm navigating via his budget. So I asked the system, you find me players under the budget of £5 million, and also I look at like where the wind is blowing, like how many people have been chosen. So I would have chosen Saliba, but you know what? It's not that deep, because here's the other thing. You must be careful which defenders are you going to choose, because that impacts on your point system by the end of the game week. So I'm also now going to go to pick my team for the week. Click on it, pick a team. So the current crop of guys that I have did actually well, but if I want to substitute, let's say the following guys, the strikers, if I want to bolster up my strikers, I can simply just add Rodrigo, or maybe if I want to bench Nketiah, which I'm not going to do. It's just for an example for some of you who want to. But also now, if I want a captain, change from Haaland to Mo Salah. I can choose Mo Salah because maybe he might score a goal or an assist. And then also because Rashford didn't have a good game, I can go to Saka and put him as my vice captain. There we go. I think it'll be much easier if I take Q&As. And as you can see, my editing and shooting quality is... But I love it. I love fantasy football. It's giving me a whole new opportunity of how to look at games. And guys, so if you're interested in doing a Q&A, a live one, We can set up a date, time, and we can do probably an Insta Live Q&A and broadcast, because I know there's some people out there who also want to find out how do you play, what strategies can you advise me to take, what should I look out for, how do I pick my teams. So I can do a how to, but I think it becomes mundane. But I want to make it more interactive. So hit me up, DM me on my Insta, Flip Odie, or on my Facebook handle, uh, Udirile Odi Morolo. So hit me up, and then yeah, man, let's chop it up. Let's have fun with this. Again, I want to build this up so that I can attract sponsors, and we can make like a make it more entertaining, and we can look forward to something, because I'm actually going for the global one, but I'm also going to show you my marketing skills, like how can you maximize, how can you commercialize it, how can you monetize it. So yeah, man, let's enjoy Fantasy Football League and have a good one. Check out my DMs below, and also and my not DMs, my social handles, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.